Oh, I'm up. Sorry. Shoot. Okay. My bad. Sorry. I don't know if you heard me snoring.
It's
Okay, we back.
it's it's yawn Nepomniachtchi.
Yes,
Uh,
guys. Night, night. Everybody sleep. Exactly, Chad. I see you, man. We got a new game, though. We back to this CARO-KANN with this early Queen C7. He switched it up a little bit. What's this idea here? Is this to play C5 again, David? But D5 is obviously hanging now. So E6 or something later?
yeah, essentially, like Queen C7 is a bit of a waiting move. After H4 in the
Mm.
tile variation, Black can play like A6, H6, H5, Queen B6, Queen C7, Queen C8. There's loads of moves, but essentially it was just to wait a little bit for White's knight to go to C3. Not a great square, and now we have basically a French defense, but with the light squared bishops off. I think ideally Black doesn't want a pawn on H5 because it's harder to castle kingside, but yeah, it looks like Firouzja healthy opening yet again.
Yeah, definitely. Got that light square bishop off. I
A3.
think that's one of the greatest things that you have to do in a French, which is a cousin of a CARO-KANN. This literally looks like a French advanced. But it was a CARO-KANN here. We got rid of the light square bishop. Now you have yourself an excellent French here. But apparently, Eval Bar was not feeling the last few moves here from Black.
Yeah, it's quite well known. Like I play the Caro a lot. Like knight h6, White should always take that knight. Just always take the knight off because it
That's good
displaces
to
the
know,
black
David.
rook. It's a
That's
black pawn
actually nice to
structure.
know. Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. David, hear from David here first. Always take the knight when it's on h6 in the CARO-KANN.
Unless it blunders something. Like that's strategically, it's desirable as long as it's not a blunder. He wanted to keep the bishop on to trade off for Black's bishop, which makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I think taking with the bishop. Remember seeing an Emil Satovsky game from many years ago that
Hmm.
influenced me very strongly in this exact opening. So in the CARO-KANN, White's knight looks strong on G5 though. Going to be hard to remove that beast.
I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love White's position with F4, just anchoring the knight in there, and that knight's not going anywhere. I mean, F6 can happen, but E6 falls. I really wanted B3 to happen at some point. It actually just playing it, letting capture happen, and then you go back to work B1 and then knight over to D2 to try to create your own play over there. But B3 is like never happening. So do we just shuffle and then draw here too? I mean, there's no real pawn breaks. Pawn breaks, like it's nothing. You're not gonna play G4, so this is
Yeah,
probably another draw.
the drawathon, the snorathon. Maybe it's on. That is
Wake me
live
up,
sound
guys.
from the players.
Wake us up, chat. Wake us up, chat, when we get to something when it gets exciting. Okay.
Yeah. I think I think I would take the black side though. Like I can't really imagine White doing anything on the king side.
He
I
played
say as Jan tries to
G4?
break through.
That's incredible.
Ooh,
That is man, that's
that's
risky, right? But I guess he can get it to work.
okay. Rook f4 apparently by far the best move. Watch out, there might be ideas like f5, e takes f5, e takes f6, e5. Not anymore. The black queen now needs to get around. This is a wild position. I think we're going to see the miss sign quite a lot because it's going to be impossible to be accurate. Every move pretty much looks the same. But I think I would take black just because of the safer king, James.
That's so funny. I would take white because I like this idea of rook f6, queen f4, and then push the pawn into oblivion and just try to do something there. Rook f6, queen f4, h5, h6, and hope for the best, and then maybe sag on f7. Like it's possible. Maybe even get the king involved, like get the king close up there, so I can play. I want to hit f7, but he has everything locked down. So yeah,
Ooh, Yuval doesn't approve of that because of rook to g4, hitting the pawn. Rook trades
what
are
a
not
move.
forced. If all the rooks come off, I love your plan, James. The h pawn will decide. So rook g4 really important.
It's hard to stop there too. Like
Ooh.
even it's just hard to stop right there on g4. What a move that is, but it was a miss.
Okay, rook h5 played. This is very dangerous now for both sides. Who do you think is going to get there? Would you take the
Let me
king
see
or the passed
time.
pawn?
I always like to look at the time. Yeah, Jan is up every game. He just up time. That's incredible how fast he is. But yeah, the knights aren't able to get in the game. Can I get knight at 4? And what if I get knight g5? I can't sack. Yeah, I mean you have a point. Like black, the safer king. Like I feel like I'm either going to shuffle or black. If you don't shuffle, then black can sometimes maybe get queen c2 or b1 in and be a little bit annoying. Like queen b1. on demand, right? So it's a little annoying. And then this knight on c6 can like get some weird situations where it can get to d3, like via a5, b3, c1. That's a long route, but possible. You know, it's just annoying. You have to defend. You have to hold a lot as white here.
Yeah, you have to hold a lot as white. Like, I really love the idea of the black king marching down the board, king b6, king b5, king a4, king b3. Question mark given to this last move to trade or not to trade. Probably black wants to keep the queens on the board, just because of the power of white's h-pawn, f7 hanging as well. But why is that move so bad? Given a question mark.
I hate seeing that king
to
walk.
run.
That king walk like that. It happened to me one game ever in Classical. I had a great tournament. I played like 4 GMs, lost to one. But Gabriel Flom hit me with this king walk that was diabolical. He moved his king like 11 times. And with pieces on the board, like queens and pieces, and I just couldn't do anything. It hurt. I almost wanted to knock all the pieces off the board, but it was nice. And here's a blunder. Rook takes h4. What is he doing with his life?
What?
Oh my goodness! Molding. Oh my goodness! What was that, David? Explain, David. What